first. They say laughter is the best medicine, so help yourself to a big slice of the Clovis comedy scene this weekend. Here now, ahead of his next show, is local comedian Aaron Schoonover. Okay, so Aaron is headlining the Slice of Comedy show this Saturday at DeChico's in Clovis. I actually stumbled upon the open mic night at DeChico's in Clovis, and it's just such a fun little night. They're
having one tonight, every Wednesday.
You go over like to the side where the bar area is. I got my drink, I got my fried ravioli, and people go up and they try their hand at comedy.
They love it. Danny Minch is a comedian that runs it over there, and they call it the School for Comics over there. So it's whether just sometimes you just gotta get off the old bucket list.
You have to sort of like work through the material and sort of use that muscle and
absolutely
try to get good at it. Okay, but you're headlining a show.
I am.
So what are the show details? Tell me about the Slice of Comedy show.
It is this Saturday, Saturday the 20th, and doors open at 7.
Okay.
We have 3 or 4 comics that will be opening for us. I will be ending the show around 9 o'clock, and I am super excited. You can get your tickets online, you can call ahead, or you can get them at the door.
And that QR code, you can use that QR code there too.
You get the QR code, absolutely.
To get your tickets. Okay, you're headlining. What's your comedy? How would you describe your comedy?
It's definitely not for children. Some of my favorites are Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Dangerfield. So it's definitely more towards the adult-oriented. My nephew asked if he could come, and I said, buddy, you're gonna have to sit this one out.
And you said no.
We're gonna have to sit this one out. But it's just funny and or uncomfortable life situations.
Do you do storytelling?
I do storytelling off the cusp. We'll talk to the crowd a little bit, just a little bit of everything.
I sort of I go back and forth. So I'm a big comedy fan, and I love to listen to how comics get started, how they write their jokes. Because I can write, but I have no idea how people write jokes. But I do, right now, I do love sort of the story setup to the punchline. How did you get into comedy?
I grew up watching Seinfeld, which is my favorite show of all time. And when I was a kid, I was just like, man, I really want to do what they do, make people feel something, make you know what I mean, laughter. I think laughter is the most beautiful sound in the world, and we don't hear it enough these days. So I try and do that.
That's funny that you watch Seinfeld, because Seinfeld's clean comedy.
Right.
And you're edgy.
I am edgier. I'm definitely not a clean comic, but it's all in good fun in the end.
All right, so why do you like comedy? You said you like to make people feel something. What is it about it that keeps bringing you back?
I got my acting degree from Fresno State, and during the pandemic, I realized, it was kind of tough to break into the acting scene at the time, and so we got back into comedy. I took time off, and just the audience, the reaction, making people feel something, it's a fantastic feeling. It's very rewarding.
Yes, I hear. So in this show, I like to perform, but in this show, there's nobody around. I mean, there's a couple crew members, they're not even paying attention. But when you have reaction from the audience, I mean, it is like a drug.
It is so addicting.
Chasing that dragon.
And you just feel so great about it, and I think that's what brings comics coming back every day.
So what is the comedy scene like in Clovis? How would you describe it?
There's several open mics, and my favorite format is Chico's, and I would say go there as often as you can on open mic night. They have one tonight on Wednesday night. And it's just a great crowd. It's great live entertainment in the Valley. How
do we get because I think there is such a potential, and there's a great foundation to have a really thriving comedy scene here in Fresno and Clovis, but it's not quite there yet. How do we get more people to go?
I think you helping me promote this is definitely a start, so I really appreciate that. But word of buzz, I just hope people come out more and sort of enjoy their local comics that they see.
And I think, too, getting people to get up and try the open mic. So what advice might you give an aspiring comic?
Try as many open mics as you can. If you go on vacation, there might be an open mic, definitely do it. And just know that you are absolutely gonna bomb. It happens to everybody, no matter how good you are. There'll be times where I'll walk out to my car and think, oh my God, this is great. And the very next night, it will be radio silence while I'm driving home. It was so bad. So just know that's gonna happen, and that's okay.
I give that advice to new reporters. I'm like, you are gonna go do a story, and you are gonna feel dumb.
You're
gonna ask a question, you're gonna try to get MOS, and you are going to feel so dumb. So as soon as you can get over that, as soon as you accept that, then it becomes a little bit easier. Okay, Aaron, he is headlining the Slice of Comedy. We will have all the information online at DeChico's on Saturday. We'll put all the information online. Aaron, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Emily.
Okay, coming up here on Central Valley today, the Visalia Symphony Orchestra wraps up the 3-year American Icons Festival. How you can see the award-winning group Time for 3 perform some American classics next.
KSEE24 asked you to nominate remarkable women in our community. We recognized the incredible accomplishments